Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor. I'm back with another reading, another full reading of On Isis and Osiris. These are our ancestors. We are their descendants. We come from gods, goddesses. We come from some children of whom we pray to, that forge a civilization, forge laws, forge the way of life to prosper, to have peace, to defend. And I say this, you can learn a lot visiting the past. You can take things out of the past, restructure it for the now. Laws are made to be broken. Laws are made to be concrete. As evolution goes on, you realize society is not this anymore. Society is that now. So I say, pick yourself up. You a god. You a goddess. You walk around looking as you're a drug addict, accepting you're dumb, accepting a life whom you pray to never promised you. You have accepted a life of misery. You have accepted a life of poverty. You have accepted a life of negativity. When are you? When are they? When are we as a community, as a culture, gonna fight for more? We don't have to take it. We ain't got to steal it. We don't have to go eye for eye. We ain't got to do that. We ain't got to go tit for tat. You understand? Tit for tat. We don't have to do that. Whom we pray to know what's ours. Whom we pray to ask of one thing, faith. Whom we pray to created this rock, created every individual on this rock, but we don't get along. We don't get along. We can't find peace in building a bridge to reach a part of the world that we can't reach without a bridge. It's too short to take a plane. It's too short to take a boat. But that bridge make it possible. Very easy for everyday travel. Get me? We can't find peace in just that. We can't find the value in just that. Look, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries, Kemet Edition. And if you're going to type it in, OFM, Kemet Edition. Like, subscribe, please comment. Some things picking up I like everything that's going on. I like the fact that we as a culture seems to be getting some understanding. We as a culture seem to understand where you as an individual went wrong in a community of masses. You get me? Of masses. Pick yourself up. Then pick your brother or your sister up. It don't matter which one you pick up. Pick yourself up first, then go pick your brother or your sister up. And see, most people in the now, they need to see a reflection of good in you before they can trust in your process. See, you can't sit out here and talk it and be a hypocrite soon as you leave them. You can't sit out here and preach it and go sell drugs the next day to their mom. You can't sit out here and bamboozle, trick people into your slick tongue. Get me? Bamboozle and trick people into your slick tongue and go sit up under whom we pray to and ask for forgiveness, ask for financial wealth, ask for a congregation of the masses, ask for power, ask for good health, strength. You feel me? You can't do that and expect Moon to give you anything. You can't. Some been bold enough to do it. Some been bold enough to do it, and most of them that been bold enough to do it has been what? Crucified. Anywho, anyways, let's get into this chapter reading. Osiris and Isis passed from the rank of good daemons to that of deities. But the power of Typhon, although dimmed and crushed and still as it were in the last agony and convulsions, they nevertheless propitiate and soothe by means of certain sacrifices. But occasionally they humiliate and insult him at certain festivals, when they abuse red-haired men and tumble an ass down a precipice. For example, this is done by the people of Memphis, because Typhon was red-haired and like an ass in complexion. The people of Osiris and Lycopolis do not use trumpets at all, because they make a sound like the ass. And altogether, they regard the ass as an unclean and daemon like animal on account of his resemblance to that personage. They make cakes also at the sacrifice of the month Pani and of Pehofi, and print upon them for a device an ass tied. Before I go any further, I want to point something out to you. I believe Typhon is a Egyptian or Kemite. If I can remember good, if I can remember good, because they talk about Typhon in the early chapters. But I just want to touch on the red hair stuff, you know what I mean? When you go into another denomination, they speak of it as brimstone. You got me? And we know Jews' hair is really red. we really know that there is a I don't want to say fossil. I don't want to say imprint. I want to say a concrete identification how to see or how to identify a Jew. Get me? So I say this to you, you know what I mean? My hair red. I get my red hair from my dad. You feel me? I'm light-skinned complexion as my mom is. My mom had brown, black. You know, last I checked, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say my dad is a Jew. I don't see Jewish ways in him at all. You get me? I will say this though, we have mixed with Jews. You feel me? Somewhere in the Stanley bloodline, somewhere in the Stanley family tree, we slept with a Jew. And if you really want to be, you know, if I really want to be dead on, toot my horn, and say I'm the elect, you know, I can say this to you. You know what I mean? Moses' mama was a Kenite, an ancient Kenite, an ancient Egyptian. Abraham's wife, you feel me, was an Egyptian, an ancient Kenite. You understand me? So when I say Jews have mixed with Kenites, Egyptians, Africans, it's true. You got what I'm saying? Alexander the Great ain't the only one that was out here crossbreeding. You feel me? Alexander the Great was just the one that made it public. made it public. made it public that these are my intentions. Because whether you know it or not, racism existed before Christ. It was just called another name. You feel me? It had another name on it. You got me? Because see, why would you come on up and Kemet and take from us when we was allowing you to come in? You feel me? Why? What we done to you? What have we done to you? What? You started this. You did end up winning this after Christ was born. You feel me? And I'm not going to say your win is victorious because we still have time. And if time is on our side, if knowledge and wisdom is on our side, you will still be on this rock the day it is ran into that sun. This is what I'm going to do. Get on back into this reading because I done said something that I'm listening to while I'm talking. And no, I ain't made an ass out of myself. I may have opened your mind up to understand something that you're not ready for. And at the sacrifice to the sun, they enjoin those that worship this God not to wear upon the person ornaments of gold. Hence the Mohammedan rule of taking off all gold ornaments before saying prayers, nor to give food to an ass. The Pythagoreans, too, prove that they regard Typhon as a demonic power. For they say in perfect measure that Typhon was born on the 56th, and that the figure of the triangle belongs to Pluto, Bacchus, and Mars, that of the Tetragon to Rhea, Venus, Ceres, Vesta, and Juno. That of the Dodecagon to Jove, but that of the 56-sided figure to Typhon as as Eudoxus have related. I say this, these chapters on Isis and Osiris, they are very short. They're meaningful, but they're very short. And, this is the way that I'm going to have to spoon feed you. This is the way that I am going to open your eyes, open your mind to a reality, to a lifestyle, to a culture. You deny. You deny it. You deny it. This the root. This a branch. I want the root. Get me? I use the branch for study purposes. I use the root to see the truth in the branch. Look, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please go to my YouTube channel, Only Faith Ministries, Kemet Edition. Please go over there, like, share, subscribe, comment. Hey, it's 2024. You of this culture, then you are this culture. Have some dignity in this culture. Have some respect in this culture. They say respect is given. They say respect is earned. As a man, as a woman, as a king, as a queen, as a god, as a goddess, as a child of Amun, why aren't you respecting yourself? I'm out, and I love you.